Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. 1 Minute Apologist. Apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions, to give a defense.
Does a Christian have to bear fruit? The short answer to that question is yes. There's often debate about that question where some end up being basically antinomians, that is, no law. They just believe in grace and you can just kind of sin all you want and there doesn't need to be evidence of your salvation. Others then become fruit inspectors and they sort of go through life inspecting how much fruit people bear. And God knows our heart. He knows the genuineness of our confession of faith, if we really believe or not. And we know when it comes to salvation that some will bear fruit, 30-fold, 60-fold, and 100-fold. So there's varying degrees to fruit bearing in different Christians' lives. Ultimately, our goal as each of us should be to bear as much fruit as possible. That's what we want to do. That's the great journey of the Christian life. Let's bear fruit. The more fruit we bear, the more powerful our witness becomes. The more we shine for God, the more credibility we have in our gospel witness. But we need to be careful to not go around being fruit inspectors. At the same token, if you are a professed believer and see no fruit, we should, in the spirit of Scripture, examine ourselves to make sure we are really in the faith. The Scripture says, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. But then, thankfully, the next verse comes along and says, for it is God who works in you to will and to act according to His good purpose. As a wise mentor once told me, the way you reconcile those two statements together, work out, and then it's God working in, is we're simply working out what God has already worked in. And that becomes a fruit-bearing life.